I know how hard it is to produce that coffee, how much work and how much praying and how much effort to get it ready, and especially a very high quality bean. So have being a roaster for me is a big responsibility.
Discovering the different flavors from around the world and trying all of these different coffees from so many different countries, and seeing how different this berry can be. And if roasted well, if the profile is developed with care, then it really brings out some amazing flavors in these coffees.
All the natural, all the environmental aspects that the coffee is exposed to, the soil, all of that, how this combined make a product that has so many nuances, so many flavors, and so many variety to it, density, size, all of that. So the complexity of coffee and its uniqueness, like every farmer produces a different bean that has a unique flavor. It's passionating. I think it's very important. If the quality of the green bean is not there, it's impossible to make that coffee taste good. The quality of the green bean that is produced by the farmer and the quality of the work of the roaster they are completely dependent to create a green coffee for the customer.
The concept of coffee was something that you drink purely for the effect of caffeine. It's something that you have to add sugar or milk to, or some other flavoring. I used to drink, like hazelnut flavored coffees. And I didn't realize that the reason why, you have to add all of these extra things to coffee to make it taste good is because just like Paula mentioned, the raw materials weren't grown in accordance with high quality standards, and the coffee may not have been roasted with quality in mind, but more so with consistency in mind. And if you're running a large coffee chain and you have to have your coffee taste consistent, well, you can make it taste consistently, if you consistently burn out the sugars from that coffee. But if you really roast with care, and if you roast everything in small batches, and you want to protect the work that the farmer did, the hard labor that went into growing high quality coffee, you really want to make sure you roast it correctly. And when it is roasted correctly, that's when you bring out those inherent sweet notes that are in coffee cherries.
I'm learning every day, trying different things. For us, so the reason that we offer only two coffees per month is exactly because I want to have the time to develop the profiles, the unique and appropriate profile for each coffee that we offer. And we tried 20 different profiles to come up with one that would say, yeah, that's the one that we're going to be using. That's the one that I love and that I want our customers to try. So I'm every day learning, and every new challenge. We have coffees from all over the world, with different flavors, different aspects of it, and every time we're learning something new and trying something new.
I think, our challenges are not dissimilar to a lot of challenges that small startups have. It's how do we grow our business? How do we increase sales? How do we make sure that we run our business efficiently and grow in a way that's manageable for us? We saw an opportunity here, in particular in the specialty coffee industry, when when Paula had this idea to start a small batch roastery. We started visiting roasters here in the area and in some other parts of the country, and we noticed that many roasters offer a lot of different coffees at the same time. And the opportunity that we saw is the way that people drink coffee isn't the same as people drink beer or other beverages. You're rarely going to go into a coffee shop and try a flight of different coffees that are offered. If a roaster offers, let's say, a dozen coffees, you may go in one day and you'll try one coffee, and the next day you'll try a different one. And you'll keep doing this until you've tried all of them. But by the time you try number 12, you may have forgotten what number 1 tasted like. So we felt like there was a little bit too much sometimes being offered without the proper attention being given to each of the coffees. Because like Paula mentioned, there's a lot of work that goes into growing high quality coffee. And we want to make sure that we highlight the work of those farmers and allow our customers to taste the amazing notes that are in these coffees.
What I aim when I'm developing my roasting profile is to roast the coffee in a way that I don't destroy the natural flavors or the sugars that nature put in that coffee. So for me, this usually means that's going to be a medium roast, but then I'll play on the spectrum of this medium roast. It can be lighter on the medium spectrum or a little bit darker. Depends on my taste and what I think will taste better. And my goal when I'm roasting is to make that flavors clear for our customers. It is extremely, extremely hard. It is a very, very crowded, competitive space, and I think you're only able to endure all the challenges that you face if you really love what you're doing.
I think, like any entrepreneur, you really have to love what you do in order to get through the tough days. Running your own business, the highs are high and the lows are very low. So what keeps you going, I think, is the love for the business.
I mean, I think I'm biased because my grandfather started our family coffee business. Then my father and my uncles worked together in this business and still work in Brazil. So the whole experience that I have is in family business. And so from my perspective, I think it's great to have Alex as my partner in life and also as my partner at Abra Coffee. I do think that we have very complementary skills. I'm more on the operational side. He's more on the strategic, more on the marketing side. Great salesperson. So his skills actually complement mine a lot, and I learn a lot from him.
It was a completely new experience. I've always been in the corporate world, and there's been a very clear line between my work life and my personal life. So this was a very new experience, and the lines between work and family life, which were initially blurred, have since disappeared. And it took some getting used to, because like Paula was mentioning, it's very hard to kind of step away from talking about work all the time and actually make an effort to spend time just with each other, not talking about work, but doing what normal families do. So it's a learning experience for us, but I think with time you learn how to kind of compartmentalize and spend quality time with each other.
Hi, I'm Paula Lima.
I'm Alex Ford.
And we are Abra Coffee.